So I would describe the CHS sixth form as extremely inclusive, and one thing that I find extremely impressive about it is that it seems to excel in every subject area and everything it does. All my friends in so many different subjects, whether it be music, art, drama, sport, math, science, everyone seems to love their course, and it just seems, I feel like it's so interdisciplinary that it's really impressive and everyone excels and does well in whatever they do.
I've actually found it surprisingly easy. In March, there was this transition group that I did to meet all the brand new people, and also this digital innovation challenge, just a fun activity to sort of integrate, and that was super helpful because when I came in September I didn't feel a stranger. There were people that I knew and could speak to immediately, which was really helpful actually.
Life in sixth form is a lot more independent, and you're able to manage your timetable and manage your work more, which gives you an essential life skill of organisation.
I sort of like to think of sixth form as a continuation of year 11 and year 10. You have a lot more liberties and responsibilities, so you feel like a lot more grown up, like you're entering the real world. But I think a big part of our schools at the CHS community and spirit is still there, and it's a big part of sixth form life. But then again, you have stuff like free periods now, so you sort of have to, the big difference that you have to motivate yourself, but obviously teachers are still there to offer help whenever you need it.
How do you make your decision about what choices and subjects you should take in sixth form?
Well, I kind of looked at how well I did in GCSE for some of the subjects and like the things I enjoyed doing. So like subjects that I was taking at GCSE that I didn't really enjoy that much, I kind of was able to drop them and just focus on the ones that I really enjoy. So even though like the workload is harder, I find it easier because I enjoy the subjects more and I'm wanting to do the work and stuff.
What's been the most fun aspect of sixth form so far?
The most fun aspects. I know it sounds a bit goody two-shoes, but I quite like the lessons, to be honest. Just because everyone is just super nice, and it's quite a relaxed attitude. You're still getting work done, but it's very friendly and warm.
I'd say the sixth form really is like a step up, so you probably have to work on your organisation skills from the beginning so that you're prepared for your exams. I feel like in a smaller group it's more like you can talk about the topic more greatly, and that you have more attention from the teachers, I've noticed. I chose what I did because I sort of knew that I wanted to go into the field of law, and I sort of went with the subjects which I enjoy and are my strengths.
There's a lot more freedom, and it's a lot more independent. So you obviously had full periods in year 10 and 11, but now you have the independent study periods, you're organised a lot more, so there's a lot more self-organisation, and you just have to be a lot more independent, but that freedom means you can organise in your own way and how you want to be, instead of more of a teacher's timetable.
So since starting sixth form, a big thing I've been involved in is a science magazine that me and my friend have created. And the reason for that is because, especially in current times, we can't do many things that are practical, so I think it's a really good way to get people to engage with science and like explore something that we're passionate about. And another thing I've done is F1 in schools as part of our STEM group. So with that, I'm a sponsorship and marketing manager, so I'm contacting big firms, asking for sponsorships, and it's actually a really engaging way to sample STEM in like a real world situation for me.
I was actually involved with F1 in schools, so that's an external competition which is like regional, national and world final. And I was also a prefect in year 12, so they do offer a lot of like leadership opportunities as well. But then with extracurriculars, there's a lot going on, especially from sports to even supercurricular activity.
So when you look back at your time here, what's the thing you feel you're most proud about?
I think the F1 in Schools project, because it's something big that I've kind of introduced and brought and led a team, considering it's the first year. And that's kind of my biggest achievement as well, personally as well.
The co-curricular activities that I've been involved in this term, It's been harder to do them because of obviously COVID restrictions, but the school's been really good in tackling that. We've been doing MUN conferences, social distancing after school, and also online at the weekends, which is really good because we're doing like it between schools as well. And also stuff like music, we're still doing it even though it's like harder to do. We're just putting it in more chamber groups, so it's divided by years. So stuff like choir and orchestra and the quartet that I play in, like we can still play, and it's, yeah.
I think obviously politics debates is obviously a great thing because it's not only good to debate with other people and almost like shout at other people, but it's also great because it expands your knowledge and also gets you to almost play devil's advocate with yourself because you challenge your own thinking within the debates as well.
I think the school adapted really well to the situation. I think they used technology greatly to their advantage. The system in place was excellent, almost as good as being in school. I don't think I was disadvantaged by COVID-19. I think I learned a lot during the lockdown.
How do you think the school is coping with the challenges around COVID?
I think they're coping as well as they can, to be honest. The first couple lessons on remote learning, it was a bit tricky because just teachers getting used to it. But after a couple lessons, it's smooth sailing. It's good. Yeah, it's pretty much normal, but you're just in your own workspace.
Well, obviously it's hard for everyone during this scary period, but I also think that we've had all the support that we could possibly get, whether it be from the pastoral team, even online, or we can email teachers any time of the day and they'll reply to us and help us with whatever we need. And I think we've done a really good job with online learning, and I'm like really impressed with how the school's done.